Hello, hello, hello. We are here, guys. I'm going to wait for you guys to get in here. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Messy Sessions, Messy Monday, back by popular demand. Who do we have? We're going to wait until a couple of you guys get in here. But this is what you voted on. This is what you voted on. Messy Sessions. We voted on the day, which was Monday, which I'm not a fan of Monday. So this is a nice way. Hello, hello. We voted on Messy Mondays. That was the name that you guys chose. And we are going to be talking about Pisces tonight. I don't know why you guys did that, but it was an overwhelming vote. And when I saw it, I was like, here we go. Very, very close to Taurus, though. So obviously, I think that when we retire the voting for Pisces after tonight, I'm pretty sure that the next Messy Monday is definitely going to be all about Taurus. I haven't come up with a thumbnail yet, but this is fun. This is fun. So I'm going to wait until a couple more people get here. But I have some interesting information regarding my take on Pisces. Um, Let me start with some of the great things because that'll probably be where it'll be safe to start. So first of all, we know that hello boo boo, we be in here, don't we? Listen. First of all, we're gonna start off. I tell you guys, let's make sure that we are respectful. First of all, we all are different. I'm laughing because I know a lot of my clients dealing with Pisces, and so I just know it's gonna get fun in here tonight. So but let's go over the housekeeping rules. We are here as a means for entertainment for my tribe to get together. Guys, anybody that come in here set tripping in my comments, let's just go ahead and report them and get them out. I got to get my moderator set back up and wake everybody up now that I'm going to actually have a live schedule. Everybody was just like, Marv ain't going to never go live again. So don't worry about that. We're gonna be doing that too. But this is a means to bring my tribe together. This is our conversations. This is our messy Mondays. This is what we're gonna be doing. So a way for me to get you guys engaged. So it's not business all the time. And it's Mercury retrograde. So we need this right now. We need to be doing something or else we will be killing each other. We don't want to do that. So we're going to be respectful. Once we're done dishing on Pisces and some things that I noticed and just some things that I know in my observation, dealing with them personally, having a relationship with a Pisces man. Once I get through all of that, then we're going to be doing a little bit of time. We plan on going an hour. Like that's kind of what I want to do. So from 7 PST to 8 PST. Once I'm breaking with that, then we're gonna start dropping those big threes in the comments, and we'll start to talk about your zodiac sign and your combinations because that's what you seem to like. Okay, so all in fun, all out of respect. Let's start with some good things that I like. Okay. First of all, they're very compassionate. Now, yes, they are the 12th zodiac sign. They are called the babies of the zodiac. And for some of you guys, it's for good reason, but we're going to leave that alone right now. So, it's a hard, to their credit, it's very hard being the 12th zodiac sign. You know what I'm saying? The cycle starts all the way over with hello. Miss Tanisha, the cycle starts all over again with Aries. So what I have observed and what I have studied is they kind of absorb all of the 12 zodiacs, and that's the reason why they're called the babies. I'm not going to get too technical in here. And a lot of the times they're misunderstood. Now, I tell you guys in the Pisces video all the time, if you cross watch for a Pisces, that a lot of the time that if you have a sun in Pisces, then 95% of the time, and that's Marv's percentage, okay, you're going to have your Mercury in whatever your sun is. So I am a sun sign Cancer. Of course, my Mercury is in Cancer. That's why I'm here talking to you. So if this individual is a Pisces sun, 95% of the time they're a Pisces Mercury, which is in two placements, which is a detriment and a fall. Detriments is the opposite of the energy that rules that particular planet. So that means that they have to work harder, and a fall is just plain flat out uncomfortable. So how many times, and they take both. Now, depending on what type of zodiac or what type of astrology you're studying, you will see Sagittarius as the detriment and Pisces as the fall. Both of them, their communication is in detriment, if you ask me. But I do believe that Pisces holds the rank. They are the kings and queens of not being able to communicate. Now, what does that mean? That means that they're going to communicate with their feelings. So it'll be a conversation like this. You didn't do such and such and such. And instantly you're going to get how they feel about something. Well, I didn't ask you how you felt. You know what I'm saying? I asked you about something very specific. What are we talking about your feelings for? Now, don't get me wrong. We do have two other water signs, but those the communication of the other two water signs has those characteristics, but a little bit different because we have fixed and we have cardinal. Not only that, Pisces is the mutable water sign. So we are going to do it like this. General observations. They are the babies of the zodiac. They are very compassionate. They are very good friends. They will go out of their way for you. They can be a little fickle, because they're mutable, so they can't make their mind up. Not as much as a Gemini, like a traditional Gemini, where you can't make a decision, but a lot of their decision making is based upon their feelings about that decision. So, for example, I'm going to make it really cute. Okay, so do I want Burger King or do I want McDonald's? Well, and then this person will start going through how they feel about this. It's not just as, okay, this is close. Like when they make decisions, it's all about their feelings. Like what's going to make sense? And they're a glutton for punishment a lot of the time. So they'll go somewhere and then they'll end up regretting it. But we all have that in us, okay? One of the things that they get a bad rap for is not all of them are lazy. Now, let's face it, we have two sides of each zodiac sign. I find that the ones that are closer to the start have been told to me that they are the lazy ones, and then the ones that are closer to Aries, since like they tend to be a little bit more especially if you're closer to Aquarius, or if you're close, you have to look at where we start and where we begin. Sometimes they can be, misconstrued as being lazy. Of course, they have their own type of way of looking at things, right? And it's not easy to communicate with them. So that's worldly observations, work. This will be a person that will try to tell you what to do, but try to do it in a way where they don't want to hurt your feelings. A lot of them are mixed with so many other things. If you are the closer to the Aquarius, then you're going to be a little bit more opinionated. You're going to be very, very creative. Let's just get that out of the way. A lot of them need to be doing things where they have to feel creatively stimulated. I say this, I've said it before and I've said it again. A Pisces has to work in their profession. They have, not in their profession, in something that is stimulating them creatively. I know a lot of Pisces, they need to run their own businesses. They may not be the best to some people mentally to run the business. They have to go, hello, angelic empress. They have to go, and if they got somebody in their corner that's the brains, just let them go. Let them run that business, because that's what they need to do. They have a lot of beautiful ideas. They love to help people. They want to do that. They just, unfortunately, I know a lot of Pisces leads, managers, not the best on discernment. They get caught up and easily pulled into a million different directions because they don't want to be mean. So they will talk. They have a tendency to they play all ends off the bat, but they're not trying to play all ends off the bat. They're just trying to be diplomatic because they're trying to keep the dissension down. Now, if it's 7 of you, they may have their individual opinions about all 7 of you. And when each one of you comes to them as their lead or supervisor or boss, they're going to make every one of you guys feel special. However, You could be like, well, I don't like the way such and such did. They're going to agree with you. They might even throw in something, but they would never let that person know, because what they want to do is just keep the peace, right? Um, and I know a lot of you guys have dealt with these individuals. There's a difference again between the men and the women. So the women may come off a little flighty, and I hate to say this, like they come off a little airheady, um, depending on what else they have in their big three. That's because they don't want to make anybody upset, and they have a way of doing things where they kind of go around things. And this is the thing that really pisses people off with Pisces, is the fact that they need to swim. Like this whole analogy about they have to swim away and then they come back. Really what's going on is they need a lot of mental, they need space to process their mental, what's going on with them mentally. That's honestly what it is. They don't really, a lot of them know that that's what's going on. They need to kind of get away to kind of process what's going on, because a lot of them are dealing with broken hearts. And the huge part of probably the thing that's in their life that's pissing them off, guys, is the fact that they are dealing with some type of crush. Now we're getting into love. They're dealing with some type of crush. They're dealing with some type of failed relationship. They're dealing with some type of personal heartbreak, and they don't know how to let that go. Their biggest issue is they keep these damn doors open. I have spoken to my Pisces clients. I have spoken with people who have dealt with Pisces, personally dealt with a Pisces myself. They don't want to be mean to their detriment, and they keep these doors open. So I may have broke up with you last week, and then here we go. I can now move on another little crush that I have. They have like a million little crushes because they're always swimming. They may have seen you at the liquor store, seen you in the Walmart, wherever there is some like wherever they're swimming, they see somebody that they like, right? And a lot of the times these are just crushes. There's nothing to come out of these particular relationships, but they keep doors open. They have several different doors. Like it's like living in a big city and going in that neighborhood and having a girlfriend that neighborhood. Like this is just they want to be cool. They don't want to be mean. They don't want to come with the rah rah. And to a lot of us in relationships, that's confusing, because it's like, if you're with me, you're with me. I don't care anything about like, and a lot of things, a lot of times that I try to teach my clients as well as living in my truth, guys, you really shouldn't be starting anything if you got something else going on. People don't know how to really end things. They are notorious for that. They don't want to say it. And with their communication being in detriment, it wreaks havoc in their relationships, of course. They communicate in phrases. They communicate in incoherent sentences. They communicate in like text messages, like songs. Now, I'm not knocking any of that. You can send me, an Anthony Hamilton song, read the lyrics. Okay, fantastic. But if we had an issue, I'm not thinking about Anthony Hamilton. I want you to communicate with me. Yes, yes, boo boo. I want you to communicate with me, because we need to get things on. They just don't think like that. Oh, yes. Yes, Angelic Empress. They can be, especially when they're children. They have to be dealt with a certain type of way. They have to. A lot of the times they get their feelings hurt. This is true with Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio kids. You have to understand, and I was trying not to go there too. A lot of them come from these abandoned. They are the water signs. We are the water signs. Let me put myself in that. So there's going to be some issues with the mother or the father. And all of us, all 12 zodiac signs deal with abandonment, but you have to kind of think about what that element is. That's water. So if it's all about your emotions and it starts at home, you're going to carry that with you. I have a Cancer son, my son, and I'm very careful because I was a Cancer female, a Cancer little girl, so I understand a lot of those Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio children. They don't really get their legs, I'm gonna say sea legs, until they get older. They have to go through the ebbs and flows of life in order to exactly is it Nathalit? Am I saying that right? They have to get their sea legs. They have to get their sea legs. They have to go through ebbs and flows in order to get their strength. A lot of the times they're not saying anything. I didn't say anything. You would not know, but you would not know me then to know me now. You have to mature. You have to go through that. I was tough, but you wouldn't know it unless you pushed me. That's because I got a lot of earth in my inner planets. You wouldn't know that. And a lot of people, it's the same way on the channel. It's like, oh, yeah, okay. Until you cross me. But you have to get to that. Boys are, unfortunately, for us mothers that have boys, unfortunately, it's harder. I'm not going to say harder, but it is hard for them because then they have their uncles, they have, their peers, and, it's like, you can't be soft, you can't do this, you can't do that. Well, ding dong, a Pisces is going to be very sensitive. So a lot of you women, me included, we find these Pisces connections. And I say this to you guys in your personal sessions, but I'm going to say a little bit on live. We can be walking contradictions as a female collective too, because the very sensitivity that attracted us to that individual is the very sensitivity that we end up resenting, because then you find out that they're overly sensitive. We say we want a man to tell us how they feel and we want this and we want that. And then when we get it, it's like, oh, I wasn't, and then sometimes, and this is true for everybody, you deal with your version of reality for that person, or how you view that person, or you have to deal with the reality of the situation, not just the fantasy. And all of us have those internal gauges, aka intuition, that lets us know, like, okay, this is a red flag, red flag, red flag, and we're just like, oh, but he's so sweet. And and I'm not saying, take just be like a beast or a savage, but at the same time, we have to understand. Like Boo Boo with Cancer boys 18 and 17. Boo Boo had to go through a lot to navigate them, especially with girls, because a lot of times, just like what I just said about the female collective, we will bounce and pounce all over these sensitive boys. A lot of time people is rebounding. They want the niceness of a person. So our boys that have these zodiac signs can be confused and they can be easily hurt. So we send them out and we haven't taught them anything. And then they're wreaking havoc when they're adults, because they haven't been taught by, not their daddies, their moms. Sometimes it's okay to be sensitive. Just give them the tools, because they're going to find a woman that is going to be a wolf in sheep's clothing, that's going to come and try to eat your baby alive. Trust me, I know. Mine is 19 and I'm not going at gunpoint. I'm one of them mamas. And I have taught my son, I'm not going to introduce you to anybody until that person is work, because he already know how I'm going to go. And then my gift is just like, he already knows what I'm going to say. We've been there. And I'm just like, Well, Mom, what? No, that's not it. Yeah, I got a whole testimonial, but I'll wait for the Cancer video for that. Back to Pisces. So you'll get like these messages. I get this from a lot of you guys. Marv, I didn't understand what he was saying. All I got was a song. Marv, I didn't understand what this meant. All I got was like a text message. And the text message wasn't even the full sentence. But that's true. It's like, take a look at these people's charts and find out like what they have in addition to that Pisces, because I know an individual who shall remain nameless, and he has a detrimented fifth house with Gemini in it. So think about it. If your fifth house is in detriment, and I'm not going to go too far into his chart, and you already have a detrimented / fall Mercury rules Gemini, think about how you just jacked up all the way around. You just can't say anything. So this goes for decision making, thoughts, all of that. A lot of those emotionally addictive thoughts, a lot of that comes out in that card. A lot of that is what that is. Emotionally addictive thoughts, physical addictions, emotionally addictive thoughts, or other negative patterns of behavior. This right here is precisely what I feel when I read that. When this comes out, it's not just an addiction like somebody is going and, they're an alcoholic or some type of drug addict. A lot of the times, it's that a person just can't sort their thoughts out. Mutable energy, can't cut your mind off. Feeling so much that you just shut down. That's what they do. They don't know what to say. They don't have the words. Now, if you're here and you're listening to me, everybody can't articulate. I have been told all my life, everybody's not as strong as you. Everybody, that's excuses. It's not a competition. That's another video. That's a very specific zodiac sign. However, it's important to remember that you have to know yourself, and that's the problem. A lot of these relationships, you're attracted to that thing, and then when that representative goes away and the real person come out, you trying to run out the back door. You like, what did I attract? Like attracts like. Okay, let's talk about them in love and how they never close these doors. A lot of the times they don't close the doors, I believe, because and this is the men. I don't see this too much in the women. They want to be friendly and they want to come off very friendly and helpful, but they still are women. So I think this is a Venus versus Mars type of thing. A lot of them will definitely not shut the door. So I'm your girlfriend, or at least I think it is, because that's another thing. They're afraid of commitment, or they don't like, they're mutable. So it's like, and then with a Pisces, depending on what your person's combination is, they may want to just keep a niche that they carve out for you guys and not take it beyond that. So I get questions like, well, why haven't he committed, or why? Because to them, I can take my time and figure it out. Like, why do we have to ruin things by calling it something? That is misconstrued with being a commitment phobe. You know why they're like that? Because they made that mistake. Yeah, they can be, depending on the right combination. If you got the right combo with your Pisces, yes, absolutely. Hey, Ashley. And a lot of times they want to just kind of, ooh, we finna get on you in a second. Pisces, rising, can't give me a second. A lot of the times they want, think about mutable energy. They want to just stay. Let's stay here. Think about the element. For example, if you are a water sign, if you can't incorporate your emotions into it, then it's uncomfortable for you. Think about an earth sign. If it's not practical to it where it makes sense and it's not going to be a waste of your time, or if you feel like it's a waste of your time, you out the door. Think about air signs. If you can't make that intellectual connection, if it doesn't, like if a person can't articulate what they want, it's a turnoff for you. And let's think about the fire signs. They are the ones that can be a little bit more complicated because, to a certain extent, it has to be impulsive and it has to be about them. So a lot of the times that fire is burning and they want to just be impulsive and do what they want to do. And if they can't find that excitement, then the wind is going to be out of their sails and the fire is out. And it's like, okay, I'm not trying to deal with this. So circling back to the Pisces, they have to have their emotions involved in something. And a lot of the times they're taking their time because they have been hurt badly and they got taken advantage of. And chances are they're not over that yet. So then they meet you. You are fantastic. You check off all the boxes. And now you're like, okay, so what are we? It's been X amount of time to a mutable sign, period, trying to take its options away and make it do something that it's uncomfortable with doing. Think about your modalities, guys. So if you are an earth sign and you're cardinal energy and you messing with somebody that you may be attracted to, but it is not matching, because they're mutable and you're cardinal. You trying to go, go, go. Okay, we've reached this milestone. What's next? And they like, whoa, we still doing this. You like, You have to think about that. It's not just about, yeah, they do. Hurt people, Miss Stephanie. Yes, they do. They do. And a lot of the times, hurt people, hurt people. I say it all the time. It's not an excuse. But they don't, my biggest issue with them is they don't know, their lack of discernment. Sometimes they don't know how to just, and I can understand. It's easy for me to say because I know what I want. Pisces hurt people. Yeah, they do. All the zodiac signs do. I know we're talking about Pisces tonight. I want you to think about, like, when somebody is trying to take you out of your element. We're talking about mutable signs, and you want this person to do something, and they're like, that's uncomfortable for me. This is the Pisces in their communication. It's like trying to convince you that your name is not Stephanie, Miss Stephanie, and you know damn well it is. You're like, wait a minute, wait. That's how confusing they get. They be like, wait. And they don't want to say nothing. They don't have the words. They don't have the words to articulate. And I don't care. Even if they're a Pisces sun and they have a strong, like a Gemini, that's worse. Because you have to understand, you already don't know what you're doing. We don't need mutable and mutable. We don't need no fire there either. I mean, really, every combination is going to give you something terrible, because remember, we're dealing with a person who has this misconception that they don't want to commit. But a lot of the times is the opposite. But if you don't clear that internal chaos within you and heal that, just like Miss Stephanie said, you're going to hurt people. And one of the biggest things, circling back around to that point, that they don't get is to stop starting relationships when you haven't closed the door on this other one. To them, that's like stereo instructions. I'm talking German. No, I'm not. It's English. Stop doing that. Because now you're going to hurt Miss Stephanie. You're going to hurt Marv. You're going to hurt Lynn Mo. You're going to hurt all of us because you didn't finish with Stephanie. Now you're coming to me. Now, 3 months later, you and Stephanie are talking. Now you too much of a chicken shit to come and tell me what's going on. And now we all want to kill you. Yes, let's talk about that, Miss Stephanie. He keeps running. Yes, he keeps running. He's going to run. He has a lot of things that he has not healed within himself. There is a level of emotional immaturity, because he can't just look Miss Stephanie in the face and say, look, baby, I'm sorry. I can't give you what you want, but I don't want to lose you. Now they think, now that's just suicide. No, it's not. You're talking to a Libra woman. She got the answers. Just tell her the truth. That's all you got to do. It doesn't matter how messy you think a Libra is. One thing about Libras, and I'm going to get on that Pisces moon. Hold on. One thing about it, if you just come with the truth, Stephanie will figure it out. Because one of the things that Libras don't get credit on, and we're going to really talk about that in the Libra video, is that sometimes they have the ability to think outside of themselves for the sake of balance, because they're always achieving something that's not achievable. So even when it means that they make themselves uncomfortable, they will try to at least balance the scales. So I guarantee you, if Mr. Pisces man said to Stephanie, I love you, Stephanie, I don't know, like Music Soul Child, teach me how to love, show me. You got to be teachable. And if you're running, then you're not here. But you got feelings for me, but you want to hide it. That's not going to work. But yet they are attracted to these strong, emotionally dominant women. A lot of the times they have not been raised, or there's dominance in something that they may see in you, but they're so sensitive sometimes that they're not able to keep up what they start, which can be extremely frustrating. And so it keeps running, as Miss Stephanie said. The hard part with dealing with them is that you got to fight. And when I say fight, I'm not talking about them. You got to fight yourself, because once you fall in love with one, because with certain zodiac signs, you know where you stand with them. You cheated, you stupid, I'm done. They accept it, right? They ain't gonna say it. They not gonna say it. You have to leave. When I say you gotta fight, you right. You have to do the fighting. Some of you guys come to me in the session in your sessions and you just like, okay, Marv, so listen, once I do an interplanet breakdown on you guys and I see how this person loves, there's certain zodiac signs that's on my list. If Pisces is on the list, we just pray. I'm telling you, because at this point, you're going to end up having to make the hard decision. I'm going to answer the questions that you want me to answer, but a lot of the time, they're the babies of the zodiac, and unfortunately, no matter how old they get, that also applies to their emotions. It's very, very sad to see, because you will fall in love with that vulnerability. If you are a strong dominant female, you want to come in and you instantly want to just wrap your arms around them. They're warm and cuddly and you want to help them, and then all of a sudden they leave and you like, what? Yes, he love bombs and disappears. Yes, and it's just like another thing. The discernment is not the best, ladies. Like, unfortunately, a lot of them are attracted to narcissists. They are, and I'm talking about narcissist women, or they've been dealing with situations where their discernment is skewed. They don't listen to their intuition, although they're one of the most intuitive zodiac signs that we have. Very spiritual, but will not listen to that voice. It burns me up, because you already knew the damn truth, but you did the opposite of what your intuition told. Now you're bringing me into your karma. Like I said this a long time ago. Loving someone is accepting their path, right? Exactly. Loving someone is accepting their path, and they should accept yours. But loving you is realizing when that person's path is causing you detriment, it's time to go. And sometimes there is things that they need to figure out, and they go through their whole lives, and sometimes they just do not reach the level of emotional maturity that you may have, ladies. And that's when you have to fight yourself and cut the cord and let it go. Because once they love you or have been intimate with you, if there's any type of connection, it's a wrap. They're just like Scorpios. When they say Scorpios choose, and they put them different from a Cancer. They say Scorpio, when they choose, they use that little cincher or whatever the hell it's called, and they pinch you, and it's a wrap, and they don't let go. The Pisces is worse. The Pisces is kind of worse. He says, see, that's that Tippett 68. He says he doesn't deserve. First of all, he probably doesn't, but you are in a situation where that's like passive aggressive. They are the kings and queens of that. Oh, woe is me. Love me. Hold me. I don't deserve this. You're being mean to me. Are you serious? You just pissed in the sink full of dishes and I'm being mean to you. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's like, if you show them that and chances are you don't have to show them anything, because if they're attracted to you, they're attracted to those strong personalities. The men and the women, they like that. They like that get up and go, that ambitious. They like it, and they should be attracted to it, because it always is something lacking in them that they need. And that's what all of us like. We choose people who we think can compliment us and things of that nature. For Yeah, and they can be the worst. And the only thing that we can really do, like I said, if their path, ladies, is causing you detriment, and Miss Stephanie, I hate to kind of put you out there, but you don't deserve to sit around and put your life on hold waiting for somebody to figure out what they want. They will take you through it. You will move on. They'll come back. You'll start talking to somebody over here. They'll swim back. Once they make their mind up that they love you, they're so connected they can feel you when you disconnect. I was trying to explain this to my brother the other night. You almost have to make up a whole fake relationship in order just to disconnect from them. And he thought that this was the craziest thing. Of course, he's a Leo. So like, what? I'm like, I'm telling you, because you just want to be at peace. You almost have to like lie and say I'm married in order for them to just leave you alone. You don't really want them to. You just don't want the torture anymore. Or wants me to say, oh, yes, you do. Exactly. And stroke the ego. Look at their combinations. Like, if they have Pisces from their rising down to their Venus and more than one place, oh, you can cancel Christmas and Hanukkah. It's a wrap because now we have that double, we have that double, triple in some cases going on. And once you have too much of anything, it doesn't matter what zodiac sign it is, whatever that element is going to make you that way. You can have other planets in there that fight, but you're not going to be able to penetrate all of that energy from that particular sign. That's why I say when I look at the combinations, I instantly know. I'm like, ooh, and that's one of the reasons why I ask you guys again. And when you book me, I want to know who I'm talking to. That's why your zodiac sign is so important. I'm like, And then I ask for your birthday too, because I'm like, you can be a such and such, but you may have this. I want to know who I'm talking to because I need to know how you how you want that information given to you. They love to hear about how they're loved. They love it, but are they going to reciprocate? Thank you. Ooh, thank you, darling. They love to be loved. They want you to just hold them. You know what it reminds me of? Love on the brain. Thank you for the super chat. Rise with me. But maybe I'm a fool to still care. No, 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 no. You're not a fool. Listen to me. Your heart fell in love with a man wholeheartedly. When you fail, Miss Stephanie, you fail. And in whatever made the stars and the planets align, when you fail, you fail. A fool is the fool going in with the risk and rewards. You're trying to navigate through this crazy, indecisive world of these murky waters and all of this stuff that this Pisces man is doing. And honey, I'm gonna tell you something. 9 times out of 10, it don't have nothing to do with Stephanie. Nothing. It's just stuff that you would not understand. He could not even break it down to you and make you understand it if he knew what was going on. They're just a bundle of emotions. They don't know whether they're coming or going. Stuff. Yes. No, there is no fools. Listen, honey, I'm telling you, when I fail for mine and he get acting stupid, I be like, I am not, this was not me. I know what I want. You know where I stand with you. You want me to be confused? That's only because you're confused. So I tell you what, you swim over there and stay confused. I know I'm going to be right here standing strong. This is what we doing. Because it will drive you crazy. It takes an emotional toll on you. But there are so many things in those connections with them that's so beautiful. And I hope he ain't watching this, but it can be the most beautiful, most profound connection. But they have to be ready. And you get some that are, but they all still a little nutty. It really depends. It's very painful for them to go through and purge. Boo boo the fool. I need to drop the applause for that one, boo boo. Boo boo the fool. That was funny. So listen, about the Pisces moon. Was that Temp at 68? Or was that you, boo boo? The Pisces moon works the same way. I almost, when he play, I play too, then he get mad, big mad. Yes, he does. And that's the thing. I don't have that tolerance. Sometimes you have to go low vibrational to kind of meet them where they're at so you can get their attention. But it's just too much. Like, I promise you, I don't got time to be playing games with nobody. I'm raising kids. I'm not on the playground. So, I get it. Like, sometimes you do have to meet them where they are. And that's a shame because it's hard to bring yourself back out of that shit when you drop down so low. And you're just like, this is not even me. You're feeling uncomfortable because you're trying to reach him. You don't even swim that deep. They way down somewhere. And you like, why we got to swim way out there? That's just what they do. And they do it comfortably. I always say, Be ready when you play these games, because whatever their element is, they are professionals in that element. When you try to play that game with them, you gonna drown. That's why I'm like, I'm not swimming. I'm not doing none of that. This is where I am. I'm the sea goat and the crab. So listen, I'm good on land and I'm good in the sea. But guess what? I'm not going that. I'm gonna be right over here and let you go and do what it is that you need to do. It's just, it takes an emotional toll on you, and unfortunately, like I say, Miss Stephanie, you have to fight your way out of that in order to find your balance. Now, I'm not saying that all of them are like that, but a good majority of them, when you come to me, these damn Pisces wreak havoc. And unfortunately, oh, the Pisces North Node. That's interesting, because you know what? Wherever the placement is has some of the same issues. So if it is a Pisces North Node, then that means that there is a what? Virgo South Node? Is that what it is? I think so. I should pull up my book. It's somewhere over there. I don't have time. Yeah, an emotional toll. It does take an emotional toll. Let me pull this up really quick. Yes. Shaking your head. I know, baby. Hold on. So let me see. You said Pisces. Hold on. North Node. That's I do. Yes, Virgo South Node. I knew I wasn't crazy. Sometimes I'd be like, huh? Listen, whatever the North Node is, that is where you need to master, or where you need to go to achieve your destiny. Okay? Which means that your South Node is mastery, and that is what you do. Sometimes it's unconscious, but this is what you do. So with your Virgo South Node, think about that South Node energy. That means that you're doing and embodying all of the energy that what makes a Virgo. Very charts and graphs, very detail oriented. What people say is a perfectionist, very motivated. You're fixing people. In this combination, though, it seems as if sensitivity is what's being lacked here. If you have to achieve your destiny by going toward Pisces, then this means that there is some elements of your Virgo South Node where there is a lack of compassion, or a lack of sensitivity, or maybe a lack of going deeper, because they're very deep and cerebral. They're 12th house. 12th house, come on now. 12th house is strong. Pisces is 12th house, endings and closures and this and that and all of this esoteric type of energy. So maybe it's an energy of reality versus something that you can't feel, something that's not tangible. That's spirituality. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know where that book is at. I have it over there, but it's a mess. If I go and do like this, it's like, what's that game where you pull something out and everything fall down? You don't want to hear that in the background, guys. Yeah. All right. Pisces Moon, the same way. Whoever has the Pisces Moon, give me your sun. What's your sun sign? Because remember, your moon is the emotions, but to me, the personality is the car. So your personality, your sun is the vehicle, and your moon is the contents, is what's inside of it. To me, that's how I break it down. So based upon your zodiac sign, I know what your car look like, right? But how you keep the inside of that car is what I know. We got to start keeping those Pisces at. You know what, Mellow? You Jenga, yes, Lilac. Not to get off my point. You're right. Sun and Moon and Pisces. Ooh, baby. Mellow, I did make a comment to somebody. It was a very mean comment, but I was like, you are the side dude. You're the type of dude that a woman runs to when she's cheating on her man and she needs a break. And then she uses you for what you offer, and then she runs back to her man. That's sad. So it's funny that you say that, because yes, a lot of them are side pieces, because And that's a shame. It really is a shame, because when they finally get down and decide that they're ready and they're done swimming and they want to just swim every now and again, or they need someone that's solid or a earth sign, supposedly, you've heard all of the stereotypes, that grounds them and able to pull them out of the water. Once that happens, no one has time. Pisces Sun and Gemini Moon. Woo, Miss Sierra. It is sad, Miss Mello. Miss Sierra with that Pisces Sun and Gemini Moon. Mutable energy at its finest, y'all. Let's give Miss Sierra a round of applause. Woo, baby. So I know that Gemini Moon wreaks havoc, because you, my darling, probably can't even cut your brain off at night, you poor thing. It's just all of this information. I'm going to tell you right now, Mercury is retrograde. So although it's retrograde in Libra, your fellow air sign, you should get a bit of a reprieve to just kind of bring it down, Miss Sierra. But I tell you, that's a lot of those two together can be beautiful. Mr. Mello. Okay. But Miss Sierra, the problem with that is that sometimes it's just I'm be nice. It's hard to make a decision. And when you make a decision, it's hard to stick to it, because again, you have to be connected to that decision. And when your Gemini Moon take you 50,000 places, your Pisces can keep up, but the problem is like analysis paralysis. You just have all of this information, you poor thing. Pisces Sun, Cancer Moon. Rochelle. But I feel his energy. We have chemistry, baby. Oh, you got chemistry. You got a bond that's unbreakable. So do me and mine. It's terrible. I can feel him to the point where I know what he's going to say, and I can't stand it. So, okay. So I'm telling you, honey, listen, I understand. Fish go flopping. They do. All right, Miss Rochelle, what are we doing? Pisces Sun. What was that? Pisces Sun and Cancer Moon. Yes, honey. Very, very, yes, darling. Yes. Very indecisive. I feel stuck. I know, baby. I know. I know. You got to have something else in your chart. Stephanie, honey, what I tell you? We just need to pray and take it one day at a time. If I had a magic button, girl, we would be good. We gonna get through it, baby. I mean, you just have to, I hate to say it, just decide whether you're gonna deal or you're not gonna deal. You have to, and it's sad. It's sad to say that, because you want the connection, but you can't force solidarity on someone who wants their options. And it's not necessarily romantic options. They just don't think the way that you think. Okay, what was I talking about? I'm sorry. Hold on. Miss Rochelle, Pisces Sun and Cancer Moon. Well, I can tell you, Miss Rochelle, one thing is for sure. You are definitely sensitive. This is what I want you to do, though. Your Cancer, listen, think about, you have this cardinal sun. So you're the mother of the zodiac as a Cancer sun. Okay. And then you have this Pisces moon. And just like I said, sometimes your sun, your sun is the car, and your Pisces moon wants to go everywhere. It wants to go everywhere and explore everything, but your Cancer knows exactly where you need to go. And so they don't get along. They feel the same way. It's comfortable, but it's a constant battle. Well, should I go over there? Or should I go over here? Or should I go? And so for you, honey, you probably feel a lot, Miss Rochelle. And the people that you are attracted to, unfortunately, you can attract with any type of water moon. And I hate to say this, the Cancer moons are probably the worst, only because that's comfortable for them. The discernment, the have to know when to throw in the towel. And I get this from my Pisces too. He'll say things like, he doesn't like the way I say something. Well, how the hell am I how the hell am I supposed to say it? Like, what exactly am I supposed to say? It's not what you say, babe, it's how you say it. Well, let's just face it. Can we keep it all the way a buck? When you got double water, sun, moon, rising, if any of those are water or all three of them is water, honey, it wouldn't matter whether I sung it. You're just not gonna like it. If it's negative, if it holds you accountable for something, if it means that it's over, if it means that I'm telling you that you hurt me, you're not gonna like nothing that I said. You know why? Because you didn't like the fact that I said it to begin with. You feel a certain type of way about it. That's it. You can tell me that I did something. Okay, let's talk about it. What did I do? Yes, Stephanie. Have we talked, Miss Stephanie? Have we talked about this before? Please tell me. What about Pisces rising in Cancer sun? Same thing with the Pisces Cancer. The same thing, just flop it. And then your Sagittarius. Hold on. Pisces rising Cancer sun and Sagittarius moon. That Sagittarius moon is trouble. I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble now. Hard headed as all hell. Woo, baby. Let me tell you. A fire moon is hard headed. Period. With the T. The D and the T. Does a Pisces settle down? Yes, Stephanie, they do. You have to find the right one. That's with any man, any woman. They're not all that way. I find a lot of Pisces people that come to me and they're married. And I think that that's just like, wow, that's like a diamond in the rough. But unfortunately, it's just one of those things. Yes, they do settle down. They do. Lynn Mo, Sagittarian moons, hard-headed as hell. Let me tell you about the Sagittarius. A Sagittarius is motivated to think what they think. I call them the Aquarians of the fire signs. You know why? Because they're only interested in how they think, and they not even fixed signs. Put that on. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. They just have this energy where they're interested in their way. They have their beliefs. It's not that they're not listening and observing, but they need to go out and explore. Yes. Yes, Stephanie. I'm sorry, babe. They do settle down. They do. They do. We need to talk. I feel like we talk, but we need to talk, you and I. Offline in the reading, okay? So that's what I'm feeling about that fire moon. Any type of fire moon, Linmo. Who else do we got? He says that he can make me feel a certain way. It's how I take it and how I want to handle it. And is this a Pisces that you're talking about, Tippet 68? He can make you feel a certain way. It's how I take it and how I want to handle it. Well, that's true with everybody. It's unfair to point that out because he's the same way. Whatever the zodiac sign is, it's all about how, like I say, you guys get to know yourself. What is your emotional nature? Are you easily offended? Then you're going to be easily offended. Are you overly sensitive? We don't like these stereotypes, but sometimes we are. You don't like when somebody goes against what you say? Are you one of those type of people? Sagittarius, Aquarians. It's just what it is. October 16th. Yeah, you do. Exactly. What Mellow you said. And you know what, Stephanie? Honey, that sounds is easier said than done, but it's not fair to constantly run in and out of your life. It's just not. They're not all the same, just like we're not all the same. There are some very redeeming, they do too much. There are some very redeeming zodiac signs out there that is ready for love, men and women, that knows their worth, that and is just because you caught that one. I know it's very hard to get back out there and motivate yourself about your worth and pull yourself out of somebody's energy and get the hell out of Dodge. But you have to do that. You have to do it or else you're stuck in this confusing cycle that it ain't even this wasn't even the game you signed up for. Let it go. Let that. It's hard to do that. You know your worth, but you fell in love. Yes. And if you are mentally broke down, baby, the only thing that you can do is heal yourself. Don't bring anybody into this. Don't move until you're ready. And it's not a competition. Miss Stephanie, your heart feels the way it feels. And you don't have to be in competition with nobody in here or anybody else around you. You have to take your time, but you got to do the work, baby. You can't just stay stuck and don't do anything because it feels uncomfortable. It's going to be uncomfortable. But don't make your heartbreak a competition with somebody else. You cannot, for me, and then you tell them, I'm going to tell you what I tell people. Well, you shouldn't have done da-da-da. Pause. You do not put my heart and my feelings on the marathon. I didn't know that I signed up to run a race. I'm going to process it the way that I do. You know why? Because I know myself. I don't want karma for bringing somebody into this, and I know that my heart belongs to another. I am a responsible adult, and I know how I feel. So if I'm in love with someone who unfortunately is too childish to love me back, then I need to heal myself, raise my vibration, fill up my own cup until I am ready to invite love in again. Pause, period. And that's just what you have to do. But that process looks different for every woman and every man. And if you are unfortunately one of those individuals that, like I say, you like to just get stuck in the pain because you don't know what to do, then that's when you need to enlist some help. Because trust me, they know you don't know what to do. And that's what they want. They want you to stay just as confused as they are. You're not going to have me swimming all over the ocean. Look, boo, I'm not doing this. I can't do it. And if I got to go back and forth with you 60,000 times until I get the strength to say I'm done, then that's what it takes. Just know that that's what you're doing. Don't go back because you're waiting on them to change. Allow yourself to go through that. But know that you're strengthening yourself. Each time you go, you put your boundaries up. Hey, baby, how you doing? I haven't heard from you in 2 weeks. So let me tell you this. I love you. Thank you for letting me know that you're alive. Thank you for calling me and reaching out. But you can't keep calling me like this. I'm not being mean. I know my worth. I love you. I can't do this. You just have to come up with a boundary. You just have to. I love you. Yes, I do. But our love ain't paying the bills. Love is presence and a whole lot of things. Love will have you right here with me, but you're not. You can't disappear for 2 weeks. The way I love is presence. I need to see you. I need to touch you. We need to be together. That Pisces is confused, but I guarantee you, and I don't want to say that because I don't know, but what I keep getting from you, Stephanie, is that he wants you to buy into his delusions. Don't buy into that. Don't allow his delusions to taint your intuition. You know he full of shit. Call him on it. Love him to death. But love is also being able to tell somebody when they're a pain in the ass too. Out of love. And a lot of people can't take that. Listen, I'm trying to tell you. Didn't your mama tell you, shut up? You talking too much. Did you go break down like, mama, you don't love me? And if you did, that needs to be healed because you have to know the lines. You have to know that I'm telling you this out of love. Maybe that was a bad example, but you have to know, like, if every time I call you on something, your feelings is hurt, you're not the person for me anyway, because you're blackmailing me because I love you. If that's what they're doing, stop letting them do that. I'm a victim of that, and I shut it down every time. Yeah, it's hard. I'm not Superwoman. But you have to stand in your truth. That's right, Limo. You have to. You have to, baby. Listen to me. Allow your heart to get a little bit. Hey, Stephanie, baby, how you doing? Hey. How are you? I'm fine. How are things going? They're great. You guys have that conversation. And then all of a sudden, I'm on my way over there. Skirt! No. I'm sorry. Why do you need to come over here, honey? Oh, well, I miss you. It's been 3 weeks. Thank you for calling me and telling me, babe, that, you miss me. It was nice talking to you. I love you, but you can't come over here. But why you acting like that? Honey, I am being responsible. I'm not acting like anything but a grown, responsible woman. We're not in a commitment, remember? Because commitment would have had your ass here anyway. But that's not what we are in. I can't just continue to let you invade my soul and I'm getting nothing out of it. So you get to roam and swim back and forth all you want, and I'm sitting around here uncomfortable as hell. No, it's a wrap for that, baby. I'll talk to you the next time you call. Bye, baby. Woo, baby. You talking about, okay, fine, hang up. Let his ass hang up. Don't call back. Follow it up with a text message. I love you. Take care. Send. Boom. That's it. That's all you got to do. He get a couple of those under the belt, he gonna be like, okay, I know she not playing. But if he had, depending on what else he have in his chart, we gotta go. Don't let him switch it up on you, because they do that too. Then they want to come in and swim in your direction consistently for about 2 weeks. And as soon as you let that guard down, boom, they swim it. So, you know, it is about your particular race, your particular thing. You just have to know that person's patterns. We all know that person's patterns. And it doesn't matter. You can love them. Just know when they come with the pattern, shut it down. Mold it to where it fits you. They ain't in control. You are. Ow. All right, guys. Listen, Scorpio is up. For those of you who got some Scorpio in your chart, that reading was like strong. It was really strong. I'm like, what's going on? Scorpio is going through it. We're gonna close the rest of these out. We have a few more to go. We're gonna be closing out the month. I'm gonna be back here on the 1st. I have some channel announcements. We're gonna be changing up some formats because I got a lot going on. So we're going to be doing some things a little bit different. But for my day ones, we're just going back to the beginning. That's all we're doing. But you'll find out then. This was fun, ladies and gentlemen. We will be back. I'm going to be putting the vote out for the next Messy Monday. They do hold grudges, honey. They are emotionally vindictive, sweetheart. Yes, they are. Tempted 68. Especially, please write a book. Please write a book, Marv, of these texts available at a moment's notice. I tell you what, I offer this to my to my clients sometimes. You want to know what to say? Text me. That's all you got to do. Just text me, Marv. This food I got that for you. I got that. I will tell you. Just thank you, Miss Sierra. Mwah, we love to have you here, darling. Oh, honey, yes, he is coming. Miss Stephanie, he is coming. He is. I'm happy that we had fun. We're going to see what the rest of the people that catch this afterward feel. We will be voting on the next one. We're going to be retiring Aquarius. We're going to be retiring Pisces. And now we're going to see who we're going to be dipping on next. I hope it's Taurus because I'm about that Taurus life. I cannot wait to dish on the Tauruses. Tauruses and Pisces was so close. And then I was like, damn, Pisces just won. So make sure you vote. I'm happy that you guys are here. I will see you in the next one, guys. Bye. Good night.